my dad and my mom wanted a better life. And they put in the paperwork, immigration, they finally got it through. And they had to go to Malta to get the big ship. It was in harbor. And I remember the ship, when we were going across, we hit a big storm. Across the Atlantic. It took 3 weeks. And my dad couldn't be there in New York to meet him. And so she missed the train, but this African American helped her back then to put us on the train to Detroit. I have a twin sister, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We both came together. And she couldn't speak any English, let alone read. So she finally made it. I handed her a telephone number to somebody to call. My dad went and picked her up. And we lived over here, I think, on LaBrosse and Trumbull.
Yeah.
For about 3 or 4 years. And then we moved to by Grand River and Livernois. The street was called Economy. We lived in an apartment there for years, for 7 years. Then we moved to the suburbs. And we've stayed there ever since.
Yeah.
And I went to high school, and I helped them out. My mother couldn't read. And my daddy had an 8th grade education. I went to school, and then finally graduated, got a job at Detroit Diesel. Stayed there until 2000, and I was involved in a Maltese club here. Back in those days, my dad used to come down here before he goes to the Eastern Market to get vegetables, and it stunk. Even when I couldn't make it, I still, kept it in mind. And when I was working too much, I'd come down here with the Maltese American Society.
Right.
And that goes way back 63 on. Got my membership in the 80s.
Okay.
And I stuck with it. Was involved in a lot of, their social events, their feast days, and, talked about old times, but, since I left, I don't remember a lot, except I went in 88, and I talked to a lot of people there, and I seen a lot of things that I never knew about, like the giant temples, and how they made lace, and how they carved the limestone to make the houses, or when they carved the names on the stones for a church or something like that, Well, the department I wasn't hard at all, but when I was in the assembly line, you learn a lot of things about diesel engines. The lightest part is 60 pounds, and they got some big engines as big as this room I'm in, and their skirts, when they put the piston in there, it's like about 70, and the piston's 100 pounds.
Wow.
With the crank, with the bar to push it up and down. And it's constantly, you'd be sweating with air conditioning. Gosh,
Yeah.
And I worked in various places in the plant. Since I was in maintenance, I was all over the place. I worked in the test room. And you don't want to be in there, it's wow, yeah.
Oh.
But I had had earmuffs, but still feel the vibration. You know, if you ever see these ships and you hear the engine, this just being outside of the ship. When you go in there, it goes right through your whole body, the vibration, the noise. They have spills you gotta clean up, that diesel oil, highly flammable diesel fuel. So, you know, you go out there, we said they train you how to do it, you know, they put these things around it for all those spills, pump it out. No smoking.
Oh, I bet.
No smoking. It's like lighting a match. And then I was working for General Motors then Penske bought it, and Diamond Chrysler bought it, and then that's when I retired. Well, a couple of years later, in 2000, retired. Better quality of life for the union members into a middle class situation. That better living, better insurance, retirement benefits. You know. Right now, they made us pay out part of our medical. That was the last one.
Right.
The old timers that they don't have to pay it, but they made it. They have to be part of it now.
Right.
So the unions, they're trying to kill the unions right now. So and they're using kind of like scare tactics too. So you know, they got that right of work deal.
Right.
That's hurting the state. I don't know if it's hurting, but I think it's hurting. So. I remember Most Holy Trinity, across the street where that state building where there was the nunnery, but before the expressway, the old Most Holy Trinity was right in the center of everything. Since then, everybody decided to move out, but I started going back about 9 years ago. Goes back to a lot of memories.
You remember?
They were pretty nice, friendly, got along with everybody. Everybody got along with everybody. You know, we share ideas. You know. Just about they went to school with each other, we got along. You know, very much pretty close. You know, we helped each other out. You know.
Well, one of the things you have.
Oh, that was interesting when I was back in 1960 when I was 13. They gave me about 30 or 40 pages to memorize for when I go in front of the judge. You gotta suspect he's gonna throw any question from that book. And you know, being that young, you were highly irritated when my dad pushed me for it. And I finally passed. And when I got home, I just was drained. You know, it was